From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up on the news tonight, updates on multiple wildfires across the state, including one just southwest of Lincoln.
Plus, a special escort for a volunteer fire chief who was killed while fighting one of those fires. But first,
they're going to reshape this unicameral, and we'll see 773 next year back and become law.
A Nebraska senator is determined to get his bill passed. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. A bill dealing with carrying concealed firearms in Nebraska continues to spark debate.
Taking up the full amount of debate time during this second round vote, Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us from the state capitol building now. What senators feel are the pros and cons of this bill.
This bill was 2 yes votes away from passing. Now in Nebraska, you can already open carry legally, and this bill would just allow gun owners to conceal carry without applying for a permit. The bill would still prohibit people who cannot legally own a gun from carrying a gun.
In terms of open carry, I think there is a distinct difference. And the distinct difference is this, is when somebody is open carrying, they're openly and notoriously carrying that. People can see that they're open carrying, they can adjust their conduct or avoid that individual if they so choose accordingly.
But on the other side, if you are a smaller person, you may not want to open carry.
You're putting yourself at risk in open carrying if you're not physically big enough to protect that gun. If you're concealed carrying, they don't know it.
Some senators worry that taking away the training currently needed to obtain a concealed handgun permit is a public safety concern.
We went over the issue of training. We've got a method for folks to be trained. To say we need millions of dollars from the state of Nebraska to pay to have folks trained because they're so irresponsible that they won't do any training on their own.
1 minute.
And then still want to carry, I think isn't being accurate or true with people that want to have constitutional carry.
Law enforcement in populated areas of Nebraska are in very different situations than those in rural Nebraska.
I do want to confirm that Lincoln Police Union and Lincoln Police Department are both opposed to this, even with the amendment.
I have counties with 1 police officer. That's it, 1 sheriff, not even a deputy. So we can build all law around those who break the law in Lincoln or Omaha, and that becomes a standard. But that is not reflecting of what our Constitution says.
Currently, 24 states across the country have some form of constitutional carry laws, including all of our surrounding states, excluding Colorado.
We may not be able to convince folks here, and this bill may die. But I believe there'll be new faces next year, and I believe this vote will help us to shape a lot of new faces.
Now, an amendment carving out an exception for the Omaha area also did not pass on Monday morning. Reporting at the state capitol, Ariana Martinez, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ariana. On a related note, as gun deaths have reached record highs in recent years, so-called ghost guns are rising in popularity.
In Washington, D.C., President Biden is announcing new rule changes.
Is it extreme to protect police officers? Extreme to protect our children? Extreme to keep guns out of the hands of people who couldn't even pass a background check? Look, the idea that someone on a terrorist list could purchase one of these guns is extreme. It isn't extreme, just basic common sense.
Now, ghost guns are firearms that can be bought online in separate parts and assembled at home. The administration's crackdown will expand the definition of firearms to cover ghost gun buy, build, shoot kits and make them subject to the same federal laws as other firearms. This means background checks for anyone who tries to buy one of these kits, as well as requirements for each gun to have a serial number.
It is dastardly that anyone, a thief or a child or anybody else, can go online and assemble a gun because ghost guns are not regulated.
Second Amendment advocates say the administration is just trying to prevent people from making their own firearms. Another big bill passed today, the so-called election cleanup bill.
That's right. Part of it would deal with securing ballot drop boxes. Supporters say some boxes have been left unsupervised or secured in years past. This bill requires boxes to be bolted down and locked, with the key going to the county election commissioner. This will likely take effect before this November's election. Donald Trump Jr. is coming to Nebraska this week.
He's set to join Nebraska gubernatorial candidate Charles Herbster on a tour of 3 cities. They're expected to start Wednesday, visiting western and central Nebraska, including a stop in Grand Island. The campaign events are said to be meet and greets, with no word on whether former President Donald Trump will be joining them, since he has endorsed Herbster. In crime news now, near North Platte, police say 2 children had to be treated for a possible drug overdose.
This couple from Sutherland is facing felony child abuse charges tonight. 27-year-old Emily Martin and 30-year-old Joshua Holmes. Deputies say they found a 3- and a 6-year-old in serious distress, and the kids were taken to the hospital to be checked out. The children are now in protective custody.
Time now for a check of our weather with Chief Meteorologist John Desire. And John, it seems to be a beautiful Monday, a lot of sunshine today.
That's right. The winds have been actually cooperating pretty well. We've not had a whole lot of wind around, similar to what we saw yesterday. Temperature-wise, we've made it up into the 60s, or make that into the 50s and 60s this afternoon. So a nice day, but we are watching a weather system coming our way that will have some big impacts on our weather for tomorrow. Live look from Southeast Community College right now, looking to the south and west. Beautiful blue skies out there, and that is about it. There's one little patch of clouds that's been trying to move through, but that's, you can see it's fizzled out really on the satellite imagery. So clear skies around, and we'll start this evening with clear skies, becoming partly cloudy by morning. Temperature-wise, we're up to 65 degrees in Lincoln. It's 65 in Beatrice, 70 unofficially in Fairbury, and 65 degrees in Friend. Red flag warnings continue until 8 o'clock this evening for the counties shaded in red. That's from York down towards Hebron and areas off to the west, including the Tri-Cities. And as you go further back to the west, as the conditions just are really not good at all for any outdoor burning. It's very dry. The vegetation is dry, and the air mass is relatively dry as well, with relative humidity levels into the teens in some locations. Now, there are clouds back out to the west. That's what's coming our way for tomorrow. Also, a weather system that's going to bring some warmer temperatures for us tomorrow afternoon, more like summertime temperatures. A lot of wind, and also the threat for strong to severe thunderstorms all before tomorrow is, or I should say tomorrow night is done. For the rest of this evening, 58 degrees by 8 o'clock, 54 degrees by 10. We'll talk about just how warm it gets tomorrow. Some of you may even think it's hot. And then, of course, we're tracking the threat for thunderstorms. I'll tell you who has the best chance at seeing those and when we could see them in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
All right, thank you very much, John. And speaking of those dry conditions, a prescribed burn got out of control in a hurry near Denton earlier today.
Everything was going according to plan near South 56 and Rokeby Road until the wind shifted. The controlled fire was burning off some old vegetation that the federal government wanted to be burned. Officials say it was going well when the wind shifted and created a mini fire tornado. Several scrap vehicles, as you can see, caught on fire. It took about an hour for firefighters to put it out. No injuries were reported. All right, the latest now on that wildfire southwest of Kearney.
It's in Gosper and Furnace counties. This is video now from over the weekend south of Elwood. Officials tell us it's burned more than 35,000 acres since last Thursday and is now 50% contained. A number of crews continue to monitor for hot spots and work through areas with heavy fuel loads. Over 15 water drops with nearly 10,000 gallons of water have been used to help contain the fire. And the community of Elwood is mourning the loss of their volunteer fire chief, Darren Kroll.
He was killed in a crash that happened last week while he was responding to that wildfire when it first started. Today, his body was returned back to Elwood here in this special escort. It's in preparation for his funeral that's going to be on Wednesday. A visitation will be held tomorrow at Our Redeemer Lutheran Church in Elwood. Around 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, another fire broke out near Sutherland. That's just west of North Platte.
Some said this was the worst they'd seen in years.
As far as our fires, this is probably one of the worst we've had.
Sutherland Fire Chief Roger Lathrop was responding to mutual aid for a fire north of North Platte when he got the call about another fire in his coverage area near Snake Road.
We immediately grabbed several Hershey, Paxton, a few other departments and brought them back with us to this fire. The plume was pretty large. We knew it was in the river.
Although the North Platte River does act as a natural barrier, the terrain surrounding the area is challenging for firefighters as they work to control the blaze.
A lot of river bottom, sitting between two channels of a river, so really hard to get to. So it's just it's not one that we can easily put out.
It took the Sutherland firefighters, additional crews from surrounding communities, and 2 aircrafts about 6 hours to put out the flames. Meyer says crews are taking preventative measures as the fire could reignite at any time.
They're doing mop up. They're finding the hot spots, trying to douse those down.
Over the last day and a half, community members have been eager to help, dropping off supplies like food and water, and even helping with putting out the fire.
We have farmers that will call or show up with tankers and say, "Where do you want us?" Which is extra water, means we don't have to come all the way back to town.
And at last check, about 180 acres had been destroyed by the fire. As far as structures go, only a few hunting blinds had been affected.
At last check, crews were still monitoring the area for hot spots. Coming up, gruesome discoveries are still being found in Ukraine.
After the break, we'll take a look at what's left behind after Russian troops retreated.
Water. It's Nebraska's most precious.
Now to the latest on the war in Ukraine, a growing number of atrocities being reported across the country.
As U.S. officials warn, Russia is now switching up their plan of action. Ukrainian President Zelensky says his country is ready to fight back. ABC's Rena Roy has the very latest.
As Russia starts to reinforce its troops in eastern Ukraine, gruesome discoveries in the mountains of debris left in their wake. Ukrainian police officers collecting the bodies of civilians who were killed in Makariv, just outside of Kyiv.
In this would be in Russian army when shoot on our city.
Yuri says his friend was killed in a Russian attack.
Months on our territory go war. I see how my friend explode.
In the besieged port city of Mariupol, the mayor says more than 10,000 civilians have died and says the actual death toll could be more than 20,000. These four friends say they recently escaped Mariupol after spending weeks searching for relatives in the destroyed city, scavenging for food in shelled supermarkets, and living in destruction. Russia now pushing full steam ahead in the eastern part of the country. U.S. officials warn their troops are likely regrouping in the Donbass region. Russia implementing a new commander in charge of the war who led Russian forces in Syria.
He and other senior Russian leaders have shown clearly in the past their disregard for avoiding civilian harm, their utter disregard in many ways for the laws of war.
The Pentagon says Ukraine still has a lot of air defense capability, but officials say the defense secretary is working on sending long-range air defense systems to help bolster their troops. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And on a related note here, for a little more than a month now, two friends, one from Kyiv and another from right here in Lincoln, have made a writing ritual.
Translating war diaries. For the past 40 days, Alonia has been sleeping in a Kyiv train station, writing a war diary that she then posts online. Her friend Victor, who's here in Lincoln, he's a Lincoln-based economy professor who grew up in Ukraine, translates them into English. Sunday's update suggests Kyiv is looking a little bit more like it did before the war. A fair where food and goods are sold had 80% of vendors return, but they say there's a noticeable increase in prices.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
Pretty nice day with lots of sunshine around the area. Temperatures making it up into the mid-60s this afternoon. We take a live look right now from Beatrice from Schoen's Roofing. Looking pretty nice out there this afternoon. And the same story as we take a live look from Honda of Lincoln, looking back to the northwest. Blue skies seen everywhere overhead through much of the afternoon. Now, temperature-wise, we're sitting at 65 degrees in Lincoln. That's the high temperature for the day, a couple degrees above normal. It's 63 in York, 64 in Aurora, 64 as well in Grand Island, Hastings, and in Kearney. For the rest of this evening, we'll keep clear skies initially with some clouds coming in by morning. Temperatures will be dropping down, not nearly as cold as it's been the last couple of mornings. 45 degrees tomorrow morning for a low in Lincoln, 45 in Beatrice, 45 in York, and 44 degrees in Columbus. Winds tonight will start to become a little breezy out of the southeast, sustained 7 to 15 miles per hour with gusts at times to 35 miles per hour. You can see the clear skies, but look back to the west and you can see some clouds. A warm front will start to lift through tomorrow morning, and that may bring just a quick little shower, a passing shower across the area during the morning hours. But we are watching this weather system out to the west, and this is at the surface. We go higher up in altitude and you can get an idea of what the jet stream winds are doing, and I'll in fact paint on the jet stream winds, and a strong Pacific jet will start coming our way. It's going to send our temperatures soaring. It's going to feel more like mid-June tomorrow afternoon than it's going to by early April. Now you'll notice by 8 o'clock in the morning, here come some clouds back into the area, and again maybe a passing shower as a warm front lifts through. So maybe some clouds early on, but as that warm front lifts through, the sun's going to pop out for the afternoon and our temperatures are going to jump. We're talking getting up into the middle and upper 80s around here tomorrow afternoon. I'm forecasting a high of 86 in Lincoln, 86 in Beatrice, maybe as high as 87 degrees in Hebron and 85 in York. Winds tomorrow to the southeast, eventually shifting around to the south, sustained 12 to 23, but notice the gusts. At times, we could have gusts upwards of 50 miles per hour. So it's going to be a very blustery and windy day tomorrow ahead of a cold front coming our way. Now, we do have the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. The Storm Prediction Center has all of eastern Nebraska in a slight risk of severe weather. That extends over towards Iowa, Missouri, and down towards Kansas. And again, that's all ahead of this weather system that's coming our way. Now, with the warmth around, we're also going to see even a little humidity moving up into here as dew dew points climb into the middle and upper 50s by afternoon. So you'll notice by 10 o'clock in the morning on the instability map, not a whole lot of instability around the area, maybe just some low instability down in the far southern part of the state. But as we go through the afternoon, you'll notice this begin to increase, not just for us, but for Iowa, Missouri, and Kansas. And through 6 o'clock, most of it's just to the east of us. But as we get towards the evening, that cold front starts to come through, and it's going to actually pull some of this instability back just a little bit. So we'll have instability basically from Lancaster County and then down towards Gage counties and then to the east. And this will quickly move off to the east as that cold front comes through. So the potential for some thunderstorms does exist. Now, I don't think everybody will see thunderstorms. This specific version of Stormcast is going to develop the storms a little farther west than what many of the computer models are doing. Like we've seen the last couple of rounds, we're getting thunderstorms developing across southeastern Lancaster County and Gage County and then moving off to the east. And by 8 o'clock in the evening, you will see that as these keep pushing off that direction. So I think the best time will be between as early as 6 o'clock in the evening and as late as 10 o'clock in the evening, with the main threats being wind, some hail, as well as we can't rule out the chance for a few stronger thunder or make that tornadoes early evening. And we're not going to see a whole lot of moisture out of this, I think, as most of it will be off to the east. As far as the 10-day forecast goes, you can see we'll cool off a bit by Wednesday, 55 degrees, 54 by Thursday, 56 by Friday. Right now for Easter, we're looking for a temperature of 56 degrees and then staying cool as we go through next week. So after tomorrow, our temperatures stay cool in the 10-day outlook for the most part, or at least not just cool, but well below normal.
All right, thank you very much, John. I know you'll be keeping us updated on tomorrow. Now let's take a look at Wall Street now. Not a great day. The Dow plummeting 413 points. NASDAQ down nearly 300. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
This week, as Russia's war takes more lives, why some Ukrainians are heading back despite the risks, plus how some states are handling the uptick in COVID cases. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David
Finally tonight, a pair of larger-than-life shocking scares amazingly and thankfully resulted in no one hurt.
Jeremy Roth has tonight's Take a Look at This.
Firefighters in California worked to contain a structure fire so hot and so massive it was detected from space. The 5-alarm blaze broke out at a San Jose Home Depot, causing chaos and forcing evacuations of the store and a nearby animal hospital.
People trying to find family members, employees trying to find each other, managers trying to make sure all their employees are out.
Thankfully, no injuries were reported, but the massive fire took more than 6 hours to contain and destroyed the store.
The Home Depot is pretty much a total loss. The roof is pretty much collapsed from the entire structure.
The resulting plume of black smoke could be seen for miles around, and the National Weather Service later tweeted that the fire was so intense, its heat signature was picked up by a satellite in space. Back on Earth, investigators must now figure out what led to the huge inferno. From a freaky big fire to a Times Square scare. Chaos erupted briefly in the famous Manhattan tourist trap when a loud bang caused by a manhole fire sent crowds scurrying.
What is it?
A power cable failure reportedly caused the blast, affecting at least 2 manholes. Crews contained the fires and closed off part of Times Square to search nearby buildings for toxic gases. No one was injured in the incident, but it definitely caused a big panic in the Big Apple. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Right. Let's get a final check of your weather with Chief Meteorologist John Dissauer. And those winds, any chance of them dying down anytime soon?
Well, they're coming back tomorrow. In fact, they'll start to come back later on tonight. Gusts to 35 miles per hour. Tomorrow we're likely to have gusts to 50 miles per hour, initially out of the south and then shifting around to the southwest by evening. I want to remind you, though, there is a red flag warning in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. And really, even though you're not included in it, conditions still aren't great. And I think they're not going to be great through much of the upcoming week. So just consider yourself the entire week. Don't do any outdoor burning across the state of Nebraska. Satellite imagery showing you clear skies outside. We are watching off to the west. This weather system back to the west will bring some very warm temperatures around here for tomorrow. It's going to feel more like mid-June and bring some June-like thunderstorms by evening. For the rest of this evening, 58 degrees by 8 o'clock.
All right. Thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we build each mattress specifically for you, right here in our locally owned store. We can even make his side different than hers, backed by our lifetime comfort guarantee.
Closed captioning on Channel 8.